Okay, Saturday morning. Ugh, finally. Um, yeah, I've been in quite a funk, slipping back down into some bleh, low points, man. And I've been trying to kind of sit with it the best I can, but I'm gonna be honest. I want to say where have I really been, and where am I now, and where I want to go. So where have I really been? Well, I've been traveling a lot over this past couple of weeks, or past week or so. What was going on? I had some major stressors. I've been reeling from a breakup that was ending slowly, and finally was like, okay, maybe for reals it's over and we can't do this friend thing. And all of the triggers and all of the inner child work, just heavy, really allowing myself to bring all that fucking just shit up, just trudging black goo, just like scraping it off the bottom and like bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. And yeah, so there was that. And then I was PMSing, and if I'm already a bit stressed and maybe not taking the best care of myself, then that just intensifies everything, and that can be really intense. And then I had to travel to get my visa sorted. I had to go 12-hour bus ride to Laos, next country up from Thailand, and get that sorted. And that was a major stressor because I didn't know what was going to happen at the border, and trying to get that all sorted. It was crazy. But that went fine, and some time has passed, and I'm feeling better about the breakup. But as soon as I got back, I had a 4-day weekend. Awesome. A couple days off of school for some holidays here. And I traveled, which was really cool. I had been sort of planning this nature. I needed a nice big dose of nature. There's some really amazing national parks around here in northern Thailand. And so I was like, right, it's time. And eventually found this really cool eco resort up in the jungle. I had kind of wanted to maybe do some camping, but it's rainy season, so we stayed in these really nice little mud huts with this grass roof. A crew kind of came together for it last minute, as it always does for me. And so we took our motorbikes up into the jungle, and we had a really nice time. But it was just like sort of back to back, and I find sometimes motorbike trips, especially long ones, are a bit exhausting. And so right, I got back from that, and then I've been working the past 3 days and just feeling tired and pretty low, feeling down and feeling a little sad and a little lonely. The other thing that's been going on is both my housemates that I'm really close with, and one has a baby that I've been taking care of, and then my other two super close friends that I have. I have a lot of friends here, but my really, really close ones, like my family, almost all of them are gone right now. So it's like I've been going through all this really intense stuff, and fucking everybody is gone. And it's, I've got that whole house to myself. I'm trying to take care of myself and work and travel and then take care of the dog and the cat. And fuck, man, it's just a lot. So heavy, right? And I have this like really just haunting sense of responsibility. I always have, and I've always been a bit of a worrier too. Which has its perks and its benefits and its charms, Anyways, so that's where I've been, and this past couple of days, I've just been low, and I've been going, I don't know anything. I'm trying to, trying to reach for, some like sort of big picture stuff, like, oh, we're all one, and trying to like lean back into my spirituality, but I just don't feel it right now. I'm just not, I'm not a vibrational match to that right now. These big, grand, joyous, blissy things that I'm where I often am, but right now I'm not. Right now I'm totally just unmotivated and sad. Well, I was. Okay, past couple of days. And I mean, it's a little embarrassing, but fuck, I just wanted to, like, eat, not too much, not, like, too crazy. I've had some eating issues in the past, like binge comfort eating. So it wasn't too intense, but yeah, I just wanted to, like, eat, and maybe I had some urges to eat a little bit too much, but not too bad. And I wanted to watch terrible movies and just kind of generally numb myself out, and so I was up late watching movies a few nights and just not getting quite enough sleep, and I haven't really been shopping much. I did go to yoga a few times, so that's really good, but I could just feel it in my body. Like, I feel like maybe I have, like, my digestion's a bit sluggish and kind of blah, and I'm just tired. I've been drinking way too much coffee, like 2 or 3 cups a day. Again, it's just these cycles, and I keep moving through them. But you know what? Like, these cycles are coming up again, and wow, way better than it's been in the past. Like, really mild compared, and I can handle it, and I, like, get it now, and I know where it's coming from, and I've even, like, able to say, look, if these things that I'm urged to do, they make me feel a little bit better. And in the moment, it's okay. I need to not be so hard on myself, because if I'm reaching for them because they do make me feel a little bit better, they raise my vibration just a little bit, then that is self-loving, And I've got all these, like, teachers and people around me, a lot of spiritual people around me, and all these books and stuff, and, like, everybody telling me what it is to be self-loving. Well, I need to decide that for myself, right? And I need to pick and choose what I want, what I think is self-loving, where I'm at, really. So, yeah, I've been tired, I've been lonely, I've been sad, and my house is a mess, and maybe my dog hasn't been as, entertained and exercised, and neither have I. I haven't been exercised as much as I need, and she's making a little bit of a mess, and it all just feels like, blah, too much. I just want to hide. I just want to numb out a little bit. And there's a time for that, and there's a place for that. So, okay, that's where I've been. All sorts of feelings of sadness, feelings of despair, feelings of overwhelmment, feelings of guilt, not being good enough, not doing enough, not taking care enough. Exhaustion. And it's been hard to focus positively, I've been trying, and but not too hard, I don't want to resist it too much. I'm trying to just really just let it be there, and hold, the knowing that it will pass, but not trying to make it go away. And that's a tricky one, like, how do you sit with this just stuff that you want to go away, and sit with it knowing that it will go away if you sit with it and you allow it, but then at the same time not try to make it go away, not do it, not allow it because you want to make it go away. It's tricky. So yeah, that's where I've been, where I'm at. Saturday morning, I've got a weekend full of no schedule. I can do whatever I want. There are people around who want to spend time with me and be there and listen and talk and hang out. But no commitments, because I'm always so worried about honoring my commitments and taking care of other people. And that's just not where I'm at right now. I was supposed to host some couch surfers last night, and I was just like, no way. Well, they sort of contacted me, and I said maybe, and then they got back to me last minute, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can take you in, but I just decided no, cannot. And that was a good thing, because I just really needed to be alone. I needed to cry a lot. I needed to watch terrible Lifetime movies. and just not, yeah. And sleep in and wake up, and my house is a fucking mess. It's not that bad, actually. but just a little bit here, a little bit there. I'll get it all cleaned up. So, I Skyped with my mom for a little bit, which was nice to kind of connect with her. And it's been a while, and honestly, I've been doing a lot of inner child work about her. But anyway, she sounds like she's doing good. You can never really tell. Whoops. You can never really tell, like what's really going on with her, but she sounds like she's all right. And, then I had some breakfast, a nice big cup of coffee, read through some books, the book in particular, I'll show you. I've been reading Mitch Albom's new book, and it's called Have a Little Faith. And it was really, really touched me, I think. And I just finished it actually this morning. Sat in the hammock and drank my coffee. And it's a beautiful morning. And my yard needs some work, but the weeds are beautiful because they have these gorgeous flowers. And there's just like loads of butterflies. And my dog and my cat, are there. And it really kind of got me started on some spiritual themes and thoughts of community. Because that's a big motivator in my life. I'm ready to move on from where I'm at now, which is working in a traditional school system, working a 9-to-5, renting a house, doing the grind, and I purposely didn't like get a real job after college. I went and did a year with AmeriCorps. By the way, if you're in America and you're under 25, and actually even they have some programs for older people too. Check it out. It's kind of like the Peace Corps, but domestic. Anyway, so I went and did AmeriCorps, which is an amazing year. And then that went so well that I was like, right, let's move across the country, or across the world that I've always wanted after I moved across the country. So I did. And now I'm here and I'm like, okay, 9-to-5 grind, and working in a traditional school system, and I'm doing really cool stuff. I'm teaching science and I'm teaching health, and I'm teaching them exactly the way I want to teach them and exactly what I want to, not the way I want to teach them, but I can really say and teach them whatever I want, so that's amazing. But what's the next step, right? So finish out the school year, and now I'm at the point where my vibration's high enough this morning where I can start to remember my dreams a little bit, and not feel like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Life, meh, right? I'll be honest, I was reading about, in the book, they're talking about this minister who ministers to homeless people and drug dealers and people with all sorts of issues like that. And it's sort of like a little reminder that, man, I've got it really, really, really good. And I'm doing really, really well. And even though, we all have our little fallbacks, not to really compare myself but just relative to where I've been and where I am now. And you can compare yourself a little bit, take a look around. And try to imagine yourself in other people's shoes and being inspired by the lows that other people have been in and have swung back up from. It was beautiful. So I was feeling sweaty and greasy and bleh, right? But I had my coffee and started to perk up a little bit. And now I just got out of the shower, which was feeling good. And I'm just right, stepping up the ladder, right, feeling better, feeling more refreshed, feeling motivated, okay, I'm ready to come up out of my funk, I'm ready to stop, crying and watching bad movies and being alone and, eating and, get back to my nice, green smoothies and get back to being more about, it's not it's how I'm eating. It's the lack of the mindfulness that I'm missing, I think. And so I want to come back to that, honoring my food and being mindful and feeling connected. And I'm ready to come back, and it hasn't been that far away. It hasn't been that long away, so I'm ready to clean my house and hang out with my friend and get a massage, and right, because I fucking live in Thailand and massages are $5 an hour and they're amazing. And maybe hang out with my friend who's really spiritual and really interesting in her own way. She's really into she's Christian but African American, and I think I was just watching a documentary about Africa, and I noticed a lot of similarities. Like, you know, they really, really are honoring the spirits, and the spirit world is really, really big. And she's been telling me that, you know, in her religion, her religious practice, like the spirits are really, really big. So she's a wonderful person, and I can't wait to spend some time with her today. She's been a little bit lonely too, and yeah, wanting to spend some time with me, and that feels good. So clean my house and just hang out and take care of my dog, and like, yeah, man, now I've got a little time and some space. I need to rest. I need to take care of my stuff, and that's going to feel really good. Like cleaning my body, cleaning my house, resting. Yeah. And then I can think about the big stuff, you know, because the big stuff, manifestation of my dreams. Yeah. Where am I going? I am going to do my little sunshiny sparkle part to fix the world by arranging my life exactly the way that I want it. I want to build authentic community. I want to live in line with nature. I want to change the way that society lives by living a whole different new one on a small scale, you know, a la like get involved with the New Earth Project, you know, in which I have been a little bit, and, you know, talk to some people and keeping my eye on it. But that's the way of the future. You know, I want people to self-govern. I was just listening to Alan Watts talk this morning, and he was saying that eventually, you know, religion and government will become obsolete as man is able to self-govern himself, deep within himself, and thus be, how did he say it, really connected and understanding with our fellow man, our brothers and sisters. And then, you know, government and religion will become obsolete, which I think that's where we're going, right? That's where I want to go. That's what I want for my life and my community. I want, you know, real human connection. I want raw emotion. I want deep connection and full-on communication. And that's where I'm living. And sometimes that's a lonely place because that's not where a lot of people are, you know? But, you know, I'm very blessed that there are a lot of people like that in my life, and I am very inspiring to people. I know that, you know? But I forget that sometimes. But again, can't compare yourself to other people. Because you don't really know what other people are really going through. You know, I think a lot of people would be pretty surprised to hear, you know, that I get into my funks and my slumps, and, you know, I'm not fucking sparkly and amazing and perfect all the time, and I don't always have everything handled, every little detail, you know? Yeah. But, so anyways, I want a new way of life. I want to create a different way of being, and I see so many people with so much hurt and so much sadness and so much despair and so much confusion and so much alienation, and I'm ready, and I felt that too, and I have an idea of where that comes from, you know, these societal constructs that we're living under, and I have an idea of where that comes from, how to fix it within myself and let that spread out, and within a community of people, how to create something new, something different, and I'm super motivated to do that. That feels so tingly and good, you know? I just have to keep wanting it. I have to keep moving towards it. I have to keep my positive focus on it, and it will come. It will come. It is coming. And of course, along with that, special partner, you know, I keep, you know, dreaming of this goosebumps, amazing, special partner, you know? Yeah. Maybe I don't need to go too much into it, but I know that they are coming, and it's going to be really good. It's going to be really, really good, this new world and this life that we create together. So that's where I've been. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm going. I'd like to make a lot more videos. And I need to kind of figure out a direction to take them in, you know. I kind of have a YouTube, not a YouTube, maybe I will start a YouTube page. I've got a Facebook page called Expressions of Sunshine. And, you know, I'd like to make a blog and just get my little bits out there. And find the time for that. You know, I am trained in biology, so I'm trained in all the sciences, chemistry, biology, physics, and so I have this deep understanding of nature and the earth, and I'm really interested in health and in wellness, and you know, you know, I have a lot of intelligence and knowledge, and because I'm so curious about things, and I'm a Gemini, so I have the gift of gab and communication. I'm able to really, really clearly express things really well, so that's definitely a skill. You know, I'm interested in animals. I'm interested, you know, a lot of my life was devoted to animals and animal care, and you know, cooking and health and wellness and spirituality. I'm into spirit guides and meditation. I've been practicing yoga for 10 years. So I have a lot to give the world, you know, and it's just a matter of sort of finding that clear path of how do I express this? What do I want to express? Do people want to listen to it? Can I make some money doing it? You know, I know some people, they have like, they have like their YouTube channels and their blogs and whatever, and you can make money just by putting your stuff out there and by having the ads clicked and stuff like that. So a lot of excitement, a lot of things, possibilities and amazingness. Yeah, wow, I feel really great right now, actually. I'm ready. Let's do this. Thank you so much for listening. And thank me so much for giving myself the space and the time to get this all out and express, because it's really important. And things are good. Give it time. I know it's a cliche, but give it some time. Things will sort out. Keep moving. Every little bit, every little step you take, it's